So we go into this, we go, all right, we go, toggle. Come on. Boom. There it is. So now we got like topics and stuff we can talk about today, you know? So, you know, the whole idea is to make it easier for us to have a show that we can talk about and maybe give the listeners and the viewers out there an idea of what our layout's going to be, you know, what we're going to try to talk about. And that's why, you know, I actually, my buddy made this, so I was really proud of that. My buddy Dro, he's a programmer, and he saw that we were trying to do something here with the Rainiverse, and he made a Duckcast 0.5. So here we go. So either which way, man, I'll tell you what, I'm not lying. I've only been in crypto for, I guess, maybe 8 weeks. All right, like I've held a Bitcoin in a Coinbase wallet for that long, but I've never seen a market like do those things. So that was a new experience for me this last week, just to be real.
I think there's some really good memes about, is this your first dip?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. It was definitely an interesting week or two. I mean, it was obviously the biggest pullback we've had this bull market. So, you know, I guess for that reason, a lot of people were quite, quite shaken up or quite scared of what that meant for everything more broadly. A lot of new entrants in the market probably got quite, shaken out as well. You know, all these people buying into the meme coin mania, I think, cascaded a lot of that price movement. So
sure,
but things are looking a little bit better this week, aren't they?
Yeah, buddy. We've been on front pages for great things these last few days. I mean, when we were some of the biggest gainers, Rainey was right there with them, and that was the thing.
I think we was on one of the tweets with number 4 gainer or something for the last 24 hours. It was yesterday, so that was pretty cool to see.
Well, man, something's happening when you wake up to thousands of messages, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, I guess people when they start to see the market pick up again, and prices of lots of altcoins, not just Rainy, obviously, sort of were hit quite hard during the dip. People are looking for for bargains, and I guess Rainy stood out as something that was heavily undervalued, and thankfully we saw a big pickup from there. So that was pretty cool.
It definitely is, man. It's an undervalued project. It will continue to be for quite some time, in my opinion. But the community, man, I'll tell you what, man. Everybody talks about diamond hands, but Rainy had diamond hands. I think I looked through, and I think we lost like 9 holders during that time. So that's insane to me. I know the BSC side has some different numbers, but I mean, I was just looking at the Ether side, and that was pretty amazing. Diamond hands galore.
Yeah, and I think this is something that people maybe don't realize about the market more broadly, is that it does not take that many people to actually push price down. So a number of big sells can actually hurt price quite significantly. And we saw that happen, I guess, across a lot of the market more broadly speaking. And it's just a function of the amount of liquidity that's out there. But it's great to see that our holder numbers, like you said, didn't really go down very much. I think we're at 2,200 holders on Ethereum and 1,700 on BSC, something like that. So.
Sure. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, it's one of those things like. Oh, I learned something today too. We get a logo inside MetaMask and stuff whenever we reach 2,500 holders. So that should be a goal.
No, so basically, MetaMask pulls its data for logos, that sort of thing, from Trust Wallet, and Trust Wallet only allows you to update your logo and token details once you reach 2,500 holders. So So that's when we can do that, yeah.
Well, that's what I'm excited about. We need to have that logo rolling, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things like I want to see that instead of this little weird old picture, I want to make something that when I look in there, like,
I think it's like a circle or something, isn't it? In MetaMask,
it's like different colors and stuff.
It doesn't look. Yeah, it would be nice to have the Rainy logo in there. So,
one day I'm going to change my logo on my wallets and stuff too. I'll look into it enough to do that, but. Till then, man, we'll just take what we can get, let me tell you. You know, it was really just an interesting thing to see that whole time. So I was just really
Jetta
interested.
asks if we could make the menu a little bit smaller because the last one is a bit cut off.
Well, here's the thing, man. This is DocCast 0.5 and then DocCast 1.0. Hell yeah, we're going to do that. I learned that today. I just got it like about 3 hours ago. So that's why I didn't know how. Look, man, y'all, I swear we got some big things planned. This is the beginning. And also, like, you know, some of the things y'all can do to help us to populate this is, you know, decide in those questionnaires we're having for these live streams. Give us some answers. Give us some questions, some ideas. And, you know, participation is so key, isn't it, Mindsphere?
Definitely. So, you know, and we're also open to any suggestions people might have for the live stream format itself. Anything you guys want us to cover or segments you want us to have. Yeah, I mean, you know, the whole point, I guess, a big part of why we're doing the live stream is to engage with the community in a more, I guess, complete way, just sort of allow more of that ongoing conversation between you know, I guess the team behind Rainy and the community, because you know, we feel that continuing that conversation and keeping everyone as involved as we can is the best way. You know, is sort of going to allow us to grow the project and get feedback in a more immediate way, and just ensure that we keep on top of everything and deliver something you guys are all proud of. So yeah.
I'm excited about it. I know that. I am, you know, and everybody has different ideas and questions and all that stuff. And it's hard to be patient. Everybody wants an answer now, and everybody wants it to happen immediately. And, you know, these things take time, especially when you're building something that no one's ever done.
Binance.
When Moon. I mean, I'm like, bro,
when Binance, you know.
That's the thing. Is like, these things they take time, and it is something that we need to be able to have feedback from too. I think that's one of the things you've always said the importance
definitely.
of
and I mean,
feedback.
You know, I guess it's probably good to note as well that, you know, the crypto, I guess the crypto space moves already, you know, 1,000 times faster than traditional business or traditional finance. You know, there's so much happening all the time. So you know, I think the having a live stream like this and allowing people to ask questions, that sort of thing, also helps you know, just keep certain things in focus that might otherwise be overlooked, because there's just so much going on at any given time. So
well, I mean, that's the key, right? Is like trying to figure out exactly, you know, where and what to do something about it. You can't solve all the issues, right? You can't answer all the questions for certain people. You got to figure out where we're picking and choosing, and you got to make sure you're doing it. You don't want to say something that you can't finalize on right now, you know, because everybody's going to harp on everything we say, and so we have to make sure that you're, you know, it's an exact word. I mean, that's the reality in this space. It's always there after we say something, so you got to make sure you're ready to announce something when it's the time. So. You know,
yeah. So someone in chat is saying muted, still muted. Okay. Was there any audio issue? I don't think so.
I don't know. I am not sure about this. I am completely. Hey, look, man. There may be, there may not be. I hope not, because otherwise, y'all are missing this amazing
Nuke
banter.
replies, if you press the volume buttons on the side of your phone, you will begin to hear.
Oh, so, yeah.
I think.
Well, hey,
it was
man.
nothing to do with that.
Well, you know, and I have on here, like I said, looking forward. I want to see what your thinking is of the market. We aren't going to ask for financial advice. And the only reason I have Bitcoin.
Yeah, sure. So, look, my personal view, I was interesting, actually. I read an article the other day talking about Goldman Sachs's perspective of the market, you know, I guess sort of the bigger institutional view. They're, you know, I think they're of the view that, first of all, let me say, I don't really buy into a lot of the stuff going around about market manipulation causing this recent dump. I think, you know, there was a sort of a correlation of a number of factors, including, you know, the market was definitely, it had moved up very, very quickly over a short space of time. And I think, you know, whenever you see something like that, it's generally unsustainable, because you'll have people who've made huge gains in a short space of time who maybe have not taken profit. And then you see it when a dip starts to happen, a lot of these people will maybe look to take profit, and that can cascade. And plus, you had a huge number of new market entrants,
Yes.
who had sort of been coming in due to all the meme coin mania, all the dog coins and that sort of thing. And all of those people would have been, relatively fresh to the market, don't have the sort of diamond hands mentality that a lot of people in crypto do have. And so you combine, those factors with some genuine news coming out of the US about new regulatory approaches to crypto, and you're going to have a market dip. I think that's not surprising. I think from here we'll probably see. I mean, we might see another pullback, but I guess Goldman Sachs was talking about Ethereum maybe flipping Bitcoin in terms of market cap, and maybe even in terms of as a store of value, moving, in the not too distant future. And I think that's entirely possible because,
Sure.
I mean, most people in the crypto space, I guess, don't really talk too much about Bitcoin. I mean, in terms of people who are interested in all the interesting things that are happening in the space, because Bitcoin doesn't really do anything other than act as a store of value, right? So,
That's what they were
the idea
recognizing.
that Ethereum might flip Bitcoin, I think, is definitely on the cards. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, not financial advice. Just
Well, I agree, but I think we all need to know that where Bitcoin and ETH go, and some others, that's where we go. And some of the times when our price goes down, it has nothing to do with us. It's about the correlation of the price out there.
That's definitely a key point as well. Is that because we are paired against Ethereum and BNB, when those move, our US dollar value changes. So sometimes the moves down or up for our token are more reflective of those movements than of any actual people buying or selling.
Absolutely.
So I guess the dip that we saw was a combination of Ethereum and BNB dropping substantially, plus people selling. And
then it just cascaded, and I want to elaborate on something you said just for a second, because I don't think it was manipulation. I think it was a bunch of effects. I think there were some manipulation there, no doubt, but not a conspiracy theory manipulation. I think that these are just my thoughts, and I'm just going to elaborate for just a second. That Goldman Sachs thing, where they came out 2 days ago and said, hey, man, Bitcoin crashed 53%. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to declare it an asset now. I'm like, well, that's kind of fishy. I'm like, you guys have been saying it isn't for this whole time, but you say, hey, guess what? It went down 50%. Guess what it is? An asset. And I'm like, well, the interesting part about that report is they never mentioned Ethereum in it. They found another tweet about how they secretly thought Ethereum would go to 18 grand this year. And that is how it's going to flip the market cap of BTC. And that's not saying BTC is any chicken. It's saying that it's going to go to 100. But if that does, that puts ETH. If it flips it with market cap, it's at 18 grand. And of course, Goldman Sachs didn't say anything about that, about the ETH part. They're going to wait for another 3 months. That's what they were talking about. So I find those things ironic. And then you go look at the big corporations, and you see a couple of years ago they had to pay $925 million for manipulating the precious metals market. You just got to think that they sure as hell are going to be manipulating this imaginary money market too. So that's just my other thoughts. Don't be not financial advice, y'all. But that's why I like to pay attention to what's going on. And you said it. The people who sold the Bitcoin were not the people who have had Bitcoin for a while. They're the people who just got the Bitcoin, and they sold off cheap. So that's just my opinion. And that is why I thought we should talk about those little things, which is things that affect our market. And definitely, just my opinions. This is just what I'm thinking. It don't mean anything out there. I'm a crazy dude. So, for me, I was really impressed with that stuff. I like to do a little digging. I was proud of our community, and that gets me into this price at chat gym I have up here. And I just wanted to give a little shout out to the Vomit Man, the Skull, Death, and Crossbones guy, and whatever. I mean, and Mr. Poop. Yeah, Mr. Poop. and you know what? We had never seen those on our charts before, but we don't want to see him ever again. That's whenever we're in price chat, we're talking about them. We're looking at that price, and it gives us little indicators. Right now, we're like a little house that we built already, a little smiley face in the moon, which is a lot better. But I just have to give a little shout out.
Can you get those on screen for people so we can see what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think. Well, let's try. We're gonna maybe. Give me a second, y'all. I mean, go on, talk about it a little bit. I know you're in the price chat every once in a while, don't you? Poke your head in there.
Yeah, I do. So what the doc is referring to, for anyone who doesn't know, is there's a price bot and price chat that has different emojis based on price movement. So I think Vomit Man, Skull, and Mr. Pooh. So they're when there's a significant market downturn, right?
Yep, exactly. Let's see if
Yeah.
I can do that. We're back on the regular thing, but that's a little thing on the side where we're, when we're actually, there's other communities. There's little nooks and crannies. Like I love the Discord. I love the fact that even though the artist community doesn't think it gets noticed, it gets noticed. There are some talented people out there.
Yeah, I was looking at the Discord yesterday. There's some people posting art and the artworks that they're working on in progress and all that sort of thing. It's great to see. There's people are sharing what they're working on.
Well, and plus they people help out. You couldn't do it by ourselves. We know that. And I swear, like I've been, we got other jobs. I got to do things. And, you go back and you're like, well, people have been helping the other people out, telling them how to do things, how to help them about new things in crypto. And I got to say, that's one of the best things I love about the Rainiverse so far is the helpfulness that everybody offers and stuff. So
yeah, definitely.
It's always kind of cool. So let's see what we got next. We got this, I got the Rainiverse.
Rainy roadmap.
So the whole thing about this recap was like, what do we got to expect? I mean, what I know you can't really give us specifics, right? But if there's any roadmap updates, maybe, and I put tokenomics because I think a lot of people don't understand what that is technically and why it's important. And we don't have to go into too much detail. These are just some ideas.
Sure. So I guess we can talk a bit about where we are with the roadmap. So. Okay. I think the main two things I'll talk about. One, is the platform launch. So our team are hard at work getting everything ready for that. In terms of timeframes, so we're committing to we're aiming for mid-June in terms of our first drop and the platform release. Obviously, it just depends on testing and all that sort of thing to ensure that we've ironed out all the bugs, because last thing we want to do is launch a platform that has issues. We're working through a number of technical challenges around being a cross-chain platform, because obviously people will need to be able to we talked last week about the mechanisms of taking your core NFTs and turning them into gold or chroma, right? Mm-hmm. So by collecting a certain number of NFTs, you'd be able to burn those and create a gold or a chroma NFT. So a key part of that is being able to bridge your NFTs between the two chains that we're on. So we're on Ethereum and BSC. So for example, you might end up being able to collect 5 core on BSC and then 5 core on Ethereum, but you need 10 to make a gold. So we need to ensure that we have a bridge to allow people to, get them all on the one chain so they can burn them and create the gold
all right,
NFT.
Well, that's pretty cool, because I think that's an important factor. And I've never seen anyone even being able to that has this concept of NFTs. I don't see anyone that's saying, yeah, we're going to burn an NFT. No, they don't do that. It doesn't create new things. I haven't seen it, at least. So that tokenomics, I think
there might be. I was looking the other day. I think I found on, maybe it was Bakery Swap, they were doing something a little bit similar, but in their own way. So
sure,
it's interesting. Because we obviously came up with that concept independently, but other people have. There's all sorts of things coming out now with NFT. There's so many permutations and iterations you can make on an NFT or the NFT contracts and how they work. And I guess it's about creating more interesting utility around them, and as well as ensuring that there's underlying value over and above the artistic merit on the NFT itself. So obviously, as we've said, we've got an awesome lineup of artists creating the NFTs for our platform. Sure. But in addition, we want to create a sort of a gamified DeFi aspect to the whole thing. Hence the collection, burn, creation of these golden chromas, which you can then stake to earn
yield,
from the reward pools, right? And so I think it's a pretty cool mechanic that sort of helps to underpin the value behind the NFTs themselves.
So would
and I think probably the difference between what we're doing and what I've seen happen on other platforms is, there are some platforms that do provide rewards for collecting certain sorts of NFTs. Is that the NFTs we will be distributing on the platform for people who are farming rainbows and unicorns will be really like artistically have value in and of themselves. So there'll be NFTs with value outside of the ecosystem, but in addition, they have value within the ecosystem, and I think that's pretty cool.
Well, yeah, I like that too.
Because we've obviously got a lineup of great artists, and we'll continue to build out that lineup as the platform launches and we move forward. But I think that's an important distinction, and a big part of, I guess, what we're trying to do is to create a platform that allows people who maybe have not had huge exposure to DeFi or certain elements of the DeFi space to get into it and to understand how it works through through the use of something a little bit more I guess visually appealing than your old. I mean, I'm sure you yourself you've seen like what some of those yield farm websites look like. They're impenetrable walls of numbers and APYs, and they don't, it's sort of quite abstract for a lot of people. And I think that the approach that we're taking, I think, is unique and interesting. So I think that's probably something important to just sort of just mention it, I guess, in terms of where we are with our roadmap, is that so we're aiming for mid-June. We'll see if there's any delays on that. It's possible, but obviously our goal is around mid-June for the first drop and for the platform release. Outside of that,
right around the corner,
pushing forward with Rainy Bridge, which we've spoken about before, which was our sort of service offering to other projects. To provide bridging functionality between Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum.
I have a question real quick.
Sorry,
you don't care. I have a question. So if you have those, like the gold and the chromium NFTs, are you able to stake those in other projects and stuff for these? Does that make sense, or does it have to be like Ethereum or Rainy or that type of stuff? How does that work?
It would need to be in our ecosystem, unless there was someone else who.
It would have to be it have to be in our. I'm only talking about in our ecosystem. I'm not talking about like going and staking the NFT somewhere else. I'm saying like, hey, if it's in our ecosystem, if you are like because that shows you're a pretty big player. If you're going to stake down a chromium on something, you can't have too many of those. I don't know. I'm just thinking. I knew you said you could like earn Rainy and stuff. I didn't know if you're going to be able to stake them or do things in other projects and stuff. I mean, not to put you on the spot. This is just
so. What do you mean in other projects?
So I was thinking like if you do have those NFTs and if you are like you're going to have to be a pretty dedicated player to get a chromium. You're going to have to stake the LP. You're going to have to do the rainbows. You're going to have to do all that.
It depends, because I guess the part of the it depends on, you would potentially be able to get a chromium by either purchasing other core NFTs off other people on the platform, or maybe you make enough friends on Telegram or
that's
Discord to trade appropriately, and because I guess that's the idea. It's sort of, there's lots of different ways to amass the pieces required to make a gold or a chromium, right? And they can be through through engagement with community. They can be through just purchasing them on the two-sided market. There's all sorts of things you can think about. You could, I guess people, if they have enough unicorns or rainbows, could potentially buy, they could buy a few pieces on the platform. However, we will limit whales from purchasing too many pieces in one go. So we will make sure that a whale can't just go and purchase enough NFTs to create a gold straight off, because that wouldn't be fair or desirable for anyone. So
if it's a whale, it better be in our
different gamified ways of approaching it.
If it's a whale, they better be here supporting us from the get go. It can't just be somebody coming in with money. You gotta know the person to get in the door. It's a cool club, so that's the way it is.
Yeah, but I'll I guess going back to the bridging. So So we'll be moving forward with outreach to other projects, to I guess facilitate bridging to between BSC and Ethereum. So that's something that we're actually going to be actively moving forward with, because we've built this we've built a really the bridge that we've built is very functional and has been rigorously tested now, and
Sure thing.
I think that it's a great little service offering that can help underpin the Rainy ecosystem. And it's not necessarily that we would make much revenue off the bridging feature itself, but I think it's more that if we can help facilitate other projects, it's really good for the Rainy brand if we're seen as providing this service to numerous other crypto projects. It's just a great way of getting our name out there and helping grow the space. So that's something we'll definitely be focusing on as well over the coming weeks.
Let me ask you this. There's a couple of questions here on the official chat. There is it says, what is the purpose of just farming rainbows? You can't really do anything with them alone, right? And I'm like, yeah, you can. That's Cryptomaniac. I think you can do stuff with rainbows.
No, of course you can do stuff with rainbows. Rainbows can be used to claim NFTs on the platform, 100%. Yep. There will be certain NFTs which are unicorns only, but rainbows will be usable for the vast bulk of NFTs on the platform. You'll be able to use them to claim NFTs. So rainbows definitely are the primary currency on the platform.
That's the way it is.
Unicorns are like the special bonus currency, I guess.
Yeah. And I mean, hey, first off, you get a bonus currency just for understanding how the hell to stake LP, first off, at this point. I think that goes on for another 2 weeks until people, if you haven't. But I'll tell you this, I've been learning, and I'm getting ready to make some videos for everybody to learn how damn easy it is with your bridge. It's amazing. You click a damn button, you go to the site, and you literally click a button, and if you have enough stuff in your wallet, you can do anything. That's the thing I learned. I just don't have any BNB or BSC, and that's my issue. So I'm learning that, and I'm getting ready to do the rest of it. I hope tomorrow. So that's my goal.
Probably the other thing I will say, just on liquidity provision, so we're finalising getting Uniswap V3 liquidity staking pool happening, and once that's done, we'll announce a migration from V2 to V3, and we'll also align that with a liquidity rush. So people who provide liquidity once that's live, and we'll do the same on the BSC side to keep things fair as well.
Cool.
We'll be getting Rainy reward incentives for providing liquidity. So more on that coming soon. But
the stats on
keep an eye out.
The stats on V3 for Uni is actually pretty promising when I was looking at them. But
yeah. No, I think I saw.
I hate them, but I still gotta love them. That's the way it is. It's like, what else is there? Not anything until we build it. So let's see what happens. But I mean, that was always cool. And let's see, there's in the future. All right, they say that it will be that. So all right, can we expect a price range for the first set? Everybody wants to know a price range. That's everybody wants to know. That seems to be what. But I was just going to tell them, no, you don't
for the first drop. Look, not yet, because what we need to do in terms of setting price, we'll basically have a really good look at where everyone is sitting, because in terms of accrued unicorns and rainbows, because we want to make sure the price is fair and makes sense for people who have been staking, obviously for varying periods of time. We need to make sure it's all equitable. So the price range has not been set yet, but we will ensure that it is, I guess, fair for everyone as much as we can. Yeah,
as much as you can in crypto, man. Let me tell you, it's a risk, but they're on the right boat. That's for sure. All right. Well, I feel like those are pretty good. So the week ahead, what do we expect for the week ahead? I know you told us that we're going to be having some cool things.
The week
happen.
ahead, I mean, we're working on. I'm not sure if it'll be this coming week or the week after, but we're working on Uniswap V3. So expect an announcement on that soon. Either we'll definitely have an announcement in the week ahead.
Okay.
Whether or not we'll go live with that new staking pool next week or the week after, it's an open question, but. That's probably what I would say in terms of the week ahead will be the new V3 staking pool along with the liquidity rush.
Yeah, I feel that. I think that those things should be pretty cool. I mean, I'm excited. That's when I'm going to get into doing a little staking if everything is good in my world. That's when I'm going to throw some unicorns. I'm going to catch up on that a little bit. I didn't even know what that. I didn't understand. Man, there's so much I didn't understand when I discovered Rainy. Now that I think I understand, so it's just it's pretty cool.
Crypto's a big learning curve, right? There's a lot to take in.
Well, luckily, I've had a lot of people reach out and talk and help, and it's been great. I mean, the thing is people need to keep realizing we're in the top 2% in the whole world of people even talking about this. So, and I would say much higher. I would say it may be the top 0.5% if you really get down into humans, but. It's just now starting. So, welcome to the right place. I've got a couple of things up here. The community is super important to us. Can you just go on and you talk a little bit? I'm going to try to pull these memes up. We're going to talk about them a little bit.
Yeah, sure. So for anyone who wasn't aware, we had a meme contest. I think we ran it for 2 weeks. And there were some really awesome entries, and I think the doc is getting those up now.
I'm working on it. Y'all know how good I've done, how well I've done so far. It takes me a little time. That's what y'all get for having a 46-year-old try to do technology things. I'm just going to tell you. Y'all get to see it, and y'all make. I mean, hey, I was a meme the other day. I saw that. That was pretty cool. They made it out of the stream.
I didn't see that one.
It was fantastic. I need to find. I hope it's in my Discord somewhere. Because literally, whenever I was trying to get out of the way of the of the screen, they just made a bunch of different coins coming at me, and it's pretty damn awesome. So let's see here. I'm gonna pull a few of these up. Let's see here. That, and then y'all just got to bear with me while I'm doing this. We are a live show.
I'll just answer a question while we're
waiting.
Yeah.
See if there's some questions.
Joffers says, any gas fees involved to migrate from Uniswap V2 to V3? Yes, unfortunately, there will be gas fees. That's not in our control, but hopefully the Ethereum gas prices stay close to where they are now, which is much, much lower than they have been of late. I think we're looking at an average of 34. Yeah, so a Uniswap swap at the moment is $18, and a Uniswap add remove LP is $16. So that's definitely more in the realms of affordable versus where it was during the height of the dip.
I mean, it was like 400. I mean, I looked at it.
I saw the other day. I mean, it was like $500 US for a swap or something. Sort of insane level of price, but the Ethereum 2.0 can't come soon enough, I think.
No, it cannot. And I'll tell you what, they don't know how quick it's going to come. But I'm going to tell you this. We're as soon as possible, because I'm tired of gas fees. I didn't even know what gas fees were, and I certainly do now. But really, right now, it's not that much at all. So, man, there's a lot of good entries in here. I'm just going to bring them up. We're going to go through them because why not? I think, I have not been able to take the time for them all. And why not? We'll just look at them. Everybody loves memes, it seems like, right? What we all like too is Gainy Rainy. That's the way it is, no doubt about it. Let's see. I'm almost. There's another one. Dang, man, y'all meme making mothers. So, let me ask you this: Are you a big meme fan, or is that like?
I love memes. I think that's one of the best things about the first few days when we launched Rainy. I think there was just this constant stream of awesome memes. So it was great.
That's kind of the thing, right? Is like it helps people take their mind off stuff. That's for sure. And it's part of it. That's part of it. Whenever we're in the middle of all the crazy stuff happening, so I don't know. I don't think there was any place to be during that time. A lot of times I was in some other chats and not that great.
The sort of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about, yeah.
Yep.
I've got a few questions actually that people have submitted.
Let's do for it. Go through.
For it. While you're still working the.
I got some meme stuff up now, but it's okay. Well, you go for it.
Why don't we go through that and we can do the questions after?
All right. Let's see if I can figure out how to make this happen again. Bam, and then I'm going to make this happen, y'all. I've almost got it licked. By the time y'all won't even know what happened by next week. That's all I want to tell you. You'll be like, "Who is this Bam. And look at that. We got memes on there now. You can see them. This is one from Crypto Grande.
I can't see them.
Oh, you can't see them?
Oh, no, I can see them now. Okay. This is a bit of a lag.
Oh, see, man, this is technology. My internet needs to be faster. Get on there, Lightspeed. Come on. But so this is the first one. This is, and you're gonna have to help me with this. All right, you got. This is Drake. He ain't too happy with Sly Stallone, but he likes Rainy.
He likes Chad Rainey.
He likes him. He likes him going. Yeah, this is the dude that gives the thumbs up. All right, I like that. I feel that. Crypto. That is Crypto Grande. You can follow him on Twitter, whatever the hell that is. Twitter. All right, so here's something. I don't know if I can make the sound happen. Oh, yep, I can.
It doesn't sound like it's coming through. It sounds like it's coming through your microphone. Yes.
Well, that might be the best we can do.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. We're going to get better at these memes. Look at that. It's pumping. He's excited now. I think that right there by Ricky Beats, that is every day in the price chat.
I like it. My only issue is that's the Uniswap unicorn, not the Rainicorn unicorn.
Don't get us sued, all right? We've taken a lot of things for that.
Well, I mean, yeah.
And,
this is great.
This one is...
I think Voodoo's entry the previous time was really great as well. I don't know if you saw that one.
The train thing no, it was the one where the guy was sitting there with the stocks. He was
El Chapo Crypto dancing away, and yeah, it was awesome.
I didn't see that. Can y'all hear this? If y'all can hear this, then I'm not going to play the whole thing because I can't. But if you can hear it.
3 billion human lives ended on August 29th, 1997. The survivors of the nuclear fire called the war Judgment Day. They lived only to face a new nightmare. The war against them.
Shit coins.
Oh, look at Rainy Chad. Wow, he's buffed up. Oh, get them Doge out of there. Wow, there's multiple Rainy Chads. Good. Chad Rainey. All right. So, all right. I think Chad Rainey just took over the world. Is that what just happened? It feels like
Chad Rainey is Terminator. Yeah.
Now this is Fritz the Gnome. He always does cool stuff, or she, whichever. But I thought this one was really cool too. It's like, SpongeBob getting to work over there, right? Making the perfect NFT platform. But we already know that here at Rainy because it's already there at the end. We know that. No, it's part of it right there. And then look at this. So you didn't see this one right here? This is silly. See this? This is me trying to get out of the way of the thing and me acting like an idiot. And of course they take advantage of that a little bit, but that's okay. I find it pretty funny. They did a good job. And hey man, I expect to be the many jokes. Many jokes. There's no doubt about that. I mean, but that's okay with me. I'm all right with that. It doesn't hurt my feelings here, y'all. I don't have any feelings, so that's the way it is when you get older.
That's great.
But no, for real, I've had another good time, and I have on here a challenge of the week, and I don't know. We didn't really even talk about this before, so I'm kind of laying it out there, but. I don't know. I just wanted to try to see. I just didn't know if there was a way to do something like something that we can get the community together on, and maybe we reward it or something. I don't know what we're thinking. That was actually me just writing some stuff down and forgetting to take it off of there. So not going to be the last.
Well, we can discuss that one, and
we're going to table it for
something
now.
Better. But I actually have a few questions to go through.
Yeah,
from
let's do it.
The people who submitted some AMA questions.
Yeah,
so,
do it. And I'll tell you
know
if
how
I can
many
pull
rainbows
some
and unicorns have been issued at this time. If you know how many rainbows and unicorns have been issued, I'd like to know how many are held by the first place. I haven't looked at that of late, so probably look. I can't really comment on that one at the moment. We don't.
It's interesting.
Closer to the time of the actual platform launch, we're going to actually have a dashboard that will allow us to track all that sort of stuff. So
Ooh, cool.
I'll be able to answer that question a little bit later on. When will Rainy reveal more information on its planned trading card system, supported platforms, play rules, etc.? So supported platforms will initially be it'll be we're building it on Unity, so it will be able to run in a web browser. However, we're also planning to have mobile app availability for the game as well. So that's definitely part of the equation. In terms of more information on the card system, also on the card game, we'll have more on that coming, I guess, in the next few weeks. We'll continue to post updates as that progresses. Given that virtually all successful crypto projects have a large, thriving community, what specific plans does Rainicorn have to grow the number of community members? So there's a few things on that front. I guess to coincide with that platform launch, we'll be making a big push to grow the community, because that's obviously when when we'll get our biggest bang for buck. Because at the moment, we can. There's so much we can do there's a certain amount we can do to grow the community. However, while we don't have a working platform, while the platform's still under construction, it's sort of, there's only a certain level of growth we can expect. So when the platform is close to going live, we're definitely going to have a big push on that front, and that will include again, more influencer engagement, plus things like giveaways and contests and so on to help drive that engagement. So that'll be our approach.
I like that approach.
Yeah. Have you already decided on a new logo design, and when can we expect to be pushed across all media sources? So the logo we have is the primary logo we use is the one on our website. We actually will be pushing out an update in terms of the coin logo that's on CoinGecko and a couple of other places. So that will happen imminently. Someone else asks, kindly throw some light on upcoming NFT artists. Is Rainy also looking for doodles artists? So
I would say
yes,
yeah,
I guess. I mean, we're open to every kind of art, really.
Yeah.
Look, there's no prescriptive style or anything. If you look at our current announced lineup, there are a diverse range of different art styles, so definitely, we're open to that. When will we see a more detailed, updated roadmap on the coming planned activities? So I would say that once we have the platform live, we'll be looking to update the roadmap with the next steps from there. And let's see, is there anything else that's new?
Once we launch, many things will be in play. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. I want to hear about the DAO next
Any
week.
musicians lined up for evolving NFTs? So we're in discussions with a couple. Nothing locked in as yet. Singing Bowl guy asked that one. Let's see. The Rainy Week is awesome. However, in terms of marketing or exposure perspective, it did not do that well. That also has something to do with the sudden market crash. Yeah, it does have something to do with the sudden market crash. How do you want to tackle the situation along the way? Is there any more heavy marketing plan? Yeah, so we will be doing more, Rainy News Weeks in the future. Hopefully, the timing of those will be a bit more...
man, they better be.
Hopefully, we'll be a bit luckier in the future.
I was looking at just Google search trends, and when you type in Rainy Crypto, it was during that time it was actually spiked up quite a bit. I was just I was observing some things. I've been doing a little research myself, but yeah, I mean, it's hard to decide when you want to spend the money. I know y'all have had ads on the 4chan stuff and CoinGecko and stuff, and
yeah, we've got ads running on CoinGecko, 4chan. What was the other one? Oh, we had them on PooCoin as well. Yeah, and I think there was one other platform as well. We'll be pushing out more advertising as things progress. Like I said, we're not going too hard at the moment because we want to have the platform launch imminent. And then we'll have a advertising campaign to go along with that. Plus, we'll probably do some marketing around the liquidity rush as well. So there's definitely a lot of things in the pipeline from a marketing perspective. Yeah, as Singing Bowl Guy says, a rainy week without bloody crypto week. That one.
That would be awesome.
100%.
I mean,
it was quite unfortunate, really, because we had a lot of really exciting news. And
are you Elon Musk? Is that who you are? That's the only reason that would have been you could have controlled it if you decided you're going to be. You aren't Elon Musk? I know I said John.
No, I'm not Elon.
I said John.
Well, I'd
last
hope
week.
not.
I was like,
he's probably one of the most. I was
going to be like, you're a lot nicer when I talk to you.
He's not very. He's not very liked in the crypto land at the moment.
I don't like him, but I like you. So I'd be like, well, damn, Elon, you're a pretty good dude.
I'm all confused.
Yeah, I bet our spike would be huge tomorrow.
Grandma Bird, what can the community do to help? Look, I think, as always, spreading the word about Rainy is really helpful through whatever channels that you guys have access to. Being present in chat and supporting and welcoming any new members who join on Telegram or on Discord, making them feel like they're part of the community. I think that's pretty key. Look, outside of that, we'll definitely have some things that people can share and all that sort of thing on our Twitter as well. So I think we had an image going around which was sort of summarizing everything that the Rainy ecosystem includes. I think we're doing some outreach now to the Cardano community as well, because obviously as we're looking to bridge Rainy to Cardano once their mainnet is live, we're looking to engage with them. So I know that a lot of people can be very skeptical about Cardano, but be friendly with the Cardano people, because they're potential community members just like yourself. So
they are. I just made myself big on the screen just to be cool. And I gotta say, the Cardano stuff is really interesting to me. I'm a big fan of one thing. Whenever the dog coins came, it really showed that you can't really rely upon the ETH forever, right? Whenever it's going to get clogged up, it's going to have that stuff. We need this. All right, there we go. It's going to have that stuff happen. It's going to be the transactions are just they're too many for the network, even if it's just doing that. So there has to be other alternatives. So I love the fact that y'all are already looking for things. You already have been bridging to different networks so you can get different humans involved. I just think it's pretty awesome. I think you're always looking ahead, and I think that's always going to bode well for the Rainy holders.
Yeah, definitely. I think anything that can grow, a potential pool of a potential community pool, potential holder pool is beneficial. And so, yeah, that's bottom line is that's why we're expanding to other networks, and also I guess the really low fees on BSC were very helpful during the meme coin mania, which saw the fees on Ethereum spike.
I'm switching my stuff. I ain't lying. I'm doing all my BNB BSC stuff tomorrow. The fees, whenever you connected to that, it was ridiculously cheap, and I was just like, made me just really think about things a little bit. I'm glad I got into the ETH side, but I'm just like, wow, man, those transactions and the way you can actually now swapping is different from buying, but at the same time placing orders and stuff on Binance and things, I find that interesting. So I'm gonna learn more, and hopefully we'll put a couple videos out to help other people when they get into this as well. So I don't know. We've done a pretty good job. Is there anything out there that's that we haven't covered, or that you would like to cover?
I think we've answered all the questions. It looks like. Yeah, I think we're looking good.
Well, except for the first 5 to 10 minutes, it wasn't terrible. I just didn't know whether my audio was working or not. So hey, y'all, don't hate me too much, just a little bit. All right, we're gonna get better. Next week is gonna be pretty awesome. What I'd like to do is I'd like to put a little pressure on you. I want you to find somebody else to be on the show with us. Like for instance, like I'll just be quiet for a while and y'all can talk. Or if you have, if every developer is shy, I get it. If you don't want to,
how you ask me every week, am I a certain person? I've got a question for you, Doc.
Yes.
Are you Bob Ross?
Dude, I mean, sometimes in my mind, yes, I feel like I can
I just
paint some
heard you
clouds.
saying something there. I'm like, it's such Bob Ross vibes.
I'm not gonna lie, I
Super
love
chill
that.
Bob Ross vibes.
I
man.
have watched every damn Netflix one of those probably too. So I ain't gonna lie. There's something we can all learn from Bob Ross. The idea is you can't be Bob Ross all the time, you know. So a little balance there. Are you Bob Ross? Wait, that's my next guest next week. We're gonna.
Am I
find
Bob
out.
Ross?
That's stay tuned,
I wish I was Bob Ross.
dude. Me too. I mean,
Yeah.
but hey, you know what? We can only.
He just those happy little clouds, man.
They make a big difference in people's lives. And that's what we hope to do here every week. We're going to come back to you. We're going to talk with you. We're going to keep you up to date about what's going on in Rainiverse. You know, Mindspheres will be here with us. I mean, he ain't going anywhere. He's been working hard. And we just want to make sure you know it. And you got
Bob
anything
Ross
you
is
wanna-
now an NFT. Yeah, maybe we
Oh.
should make an NFT of you.
As
but
Bob Ross? We'll make
as
it.
Bob Ross. That could be a thing. I think someone should Bob
I have
Ross
an
meme
idea.
and Dotcoin incoming. Yes.
Maybe
definitely.
that's
Do it,
my
make it happen.
maybe that's dude. There'll be a price y'all are gonna pay one day. That's all I'm
Crypto
saying.
Bob Ross.
Well, hey, that's what I was gonna say. I'm trying to get my buddy to make me a little emblem. I might just have that kind of be the thing. We'll see what's up. But hey, I love this, man. I appreciate everybody taking the time to be with us. I appreciate you taking the time to be with us as the community. It's very important. A lot of people don't do that. And you know, hey, we're going to try to be even more outreaching. We're going to be working on some new things that you're going to see in the very soon future. So, you got anything you want to leave us with, Mindsphere?
I mean, look, again, thanks everyone for being so positive through the market dump. And you know, I think we've got some really exciting things happening, and we're going to go some really cool places over the next few weeks. So yeah, stick around, and yeah, looking forward to seeing where we can take this thing.
Well, just remember, man, the price doesn't matter if you ain't selling. And I like that quote all the time because with Rainy, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not selling. We're going to wait till we get to $1, and then we're going to meet up in Australia. So everybody have a damn good evening.
Rainicorn 2022.
Hey, that's the way it's going to be. Can't stop us. Watch out, emus. We're coming for you.